Kia ora. My name is Craig Pocock, and I've been involved in the concept design of the Mountain to Sea cycleway as it comes through Whanganui. I thought it might be good to take 5 minutes to explain to you the thinking behind the design. First though, I think it's important to know what success looks like. How does a good cycleway work? And how does it benefit the local community? The new Plymouth cycleway is a good example that runs along the coast. So let's have a look at that and how it performs. So what's great about the new Plymouth cycleway is that it's accessible to everybody with a range of abilities. It connects their most important places and engages with the best elements of their natural environment. It tells the story of their past and connects the landscape features such as rivers and coastlines. It creates a range of recreational opportunities beyond cycling, and even encourages events to happen along the cycleway. It's a great place to meet people and creates microeconomic opportunities. But most importantly, it connects to their CBD, adding value to their town centre economy. And New Plymouth is a great example of how a cycleway that has integrated into the open space and art strategy has since become the brand of a city. So, what does Whanganui environment have to offer that we can integrate into the cycleway? Well, to start with, you have an incredibly rich river environment that connects to your town centre. You have a rich history that's transparent to visitors, and incredible open spaces, both natural and planned. Incredible architecture, and really great neighbourhoods to go and see. But for me, one of the highlights is the North Mole breakwater that allows you to really experience the vast expanse of the coastline. An example of how both your natural river environment and history may help inspire the cycleway ideas is the concept behind the interpretation signage. We have suggested a cut steel sign in the form of a waka hole that not only acts as a piece of art, casting a shadow on the ground that changes during the time of the day, but also informs people on both the cycleway route and the stories relating to your area. This could be done both graphically and with web-based technology on the sign itself. So, let's talk about the design approach and how your environment helps to shape the concepts around the cycleway. The cycleway route starts at London Street, and it is called Tuaiwi, or the spine that predominantly flows down St Hill Street, until it hits the river and connects to the city to North Mole cycle route. Now, just to make this easier to understand, the cycleway design, the yellow dot on the left-hand side of this slide will show you the area that I'm talking about. The image on the top is the concept drawing of what we think the cycleway may look like in this area. And generally the images below are examples of similar cycleways or landscapes built elsewhere. So let's start with the cycleway at the top of London Street, Tuaiwi, that goes down the side of the railway line. It is a 3-metre path with a fence between the cycle trail and the rail tracks. The path could be incorporated with planting, art and graphics. And on the surface, there could be distances that tell you or inform you how far you are from the Whanganui River. The path leaves the rail corridor at Dublin Street, and we're suggesting that the path widens out to include street trees and seating areas in front of the Whanganui Intermediate School. The path then turns right onto St Hills Street and becomes a 3-metre wide shared path with street trees being integrated into the design, simply by removing a car park every 20 metres or so. The removal of some car parks to add street trees will also allow us to create rain gardens that help reduce the stormwater going into the city's stormwater system, but it also allows us to plant native river plants along the side of the road to strengthen the visual connections to the river. At the back of some of these rain gardens, we're suggesting that there are some seating areas. At the corner of Guyton and St. Hill Street, we're suggesting that the path becomes paved, maybe with clay pavers or something similar, because it forms the natural edge of your town centre. The cycleway flows past the entrance to Cook's Garden, which is an important location. It is one of the natural connections into the town centre and Queen's Park beyond. Hence, we are suggesting a paved connection across the street and interpretation signage at this location. The big old plane trees on St. Hill Street add human scale to the wide street environment, and we have suggested a short length of decking around the trees so that they can be retained, allowing the cycle path to flow past. The cycle path meets the river on the south side of Victoria Street Bridge and continues along Motua Quay. We've suggested that this is a great opportunity in this area to create more seating and meeting areas beside the river that is still close to the town centre. The cycle path drops down close to the river edge opposite the hospital, creating an opportunity for ecological enhancement of the old existing drainage channel, but also recreational development in the park that could include art and event space, and a beach area that is accessible for water sports. The cycle path leaves the river edge for this portion of the cycleway and flows on the street surface of Bedford Ave, which is a stunning community with art set under canopies of huge Pūtakawa trees. The cycle path reconnects with the river at the end of Whanganui Ave, which creates an opportunity for a small community park. This could help not only screen out the industrial area beyond, but filter the stormwater off the street and create a shaded place for the community to meet. The cycleway travels towards North Mole along the top of the stop bank, past interesting points of industrial history that could be celebrated. Also past points of ecological and historical interest that connect into areas such as Kokahuia, until you reach the port, which creates a natural area of interest. This includes a working port, historical industrial sheds, and the boat ramp. We've suggested the gateway to the port also acts as a seating area for which people can watch the boats launch before the cycle path continues along the front of the port. At times when the working port needs the water's edge, there is alternative routes around the port that could be used by cyclists in the community. The cycle path exits the port at the end of Short Street, where we believe there is a natural high point to the development as an outlook. This allows users to look up and down the length of the river. The cycleway then continues past the existing fishing area, heading towards North Mole. As I've mentioned earlier, I felt North Mole was a great location at the end of the cycleway to get that incredible end of trail experience. And of course that all-important photograph that shows that you got to the end of the trail. We've suggested that you need a deck that allows you to get out onto the breakwater and view up and down the coastline. There also needs to be art integrated into that decking area that allows people to take that iconic photo. We believe this is an opportunity for the council to work with the community and artists to create this special area. I hope this has helped explain some of the thinking behind the cycleway design. And now we need your help and feedback into the design. We'd love to know what you think.